Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, I didn't know I wasn't streaming over there. I'm about to fix that. Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Hmm. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's summertime. Summertime. Let's see. I know I gotta get my stuff together. Good morning. Let's see. Send this to a few places. I think Miss Linda's back from vacation. I tried not to bother her last week. Let's see if Talia's up this morning. She might be up. We're gonna see. I think that's good from this account. Boom. Good morning, Miss Myrna. How you doing? Hopefully you've had some time to put the things that we talked about the class to work. I hope so. I find when if I can use what I learned quickly, then I'm more likely to keep at it. So hopefully that's been the case for you. To be honest with you, that class in particular, um, over this past year, how I see the world has shifted, and I look at the world differently. So what do I mean when I say that? Um, I I'm looking for pain points and opportunities in everything. Good morning, Miss Samela. Good morning, Auntie Lisa. Take those out so I'm not getting my own feedback. How y'all doing this morning? How are you? Good to have you. Glad you are here. We are back at it. I know it's early. Good morning, Timmy the Queen, Tamika the Queen. Good morning, Queen. How y'all doing this morning? I'm feeling good. I got quite a few extra people in my house. That's okay. That is okay. Let me fix my little stuff. Man, it's going well. It's going well. I'm getting stuff done. I'm gonna be leading Mindset Sunday with DCT, and so I um I worked on that. I'm super excited about what I'm gonna do with that. I've got a class that I'm teaching. I'm teaching the last class of the Canva seasons, and I'm super excited about that. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning. How y'all doing? You inside or outside today, Miss Samela? You getting them walks in? Miss Samella's killing the game. She's doing it every day. Good morning, Muriel's home. She's getting it in every day. I'm gonna go ahead and get the moving too. I'm gonna do a short warm up, but I really need to get the moving. Good morning, Mariama. Sharif, good morning. Oh, good. I'm glad to see it. It's another nice day. We've had some heavy rain. So it's a little, I do this inside because. Good morning. Hey, Lena, good morning. How are you? How are your babies? Are they home for the summer? How you doing? I don't know why my screen is frozen. Oh, there you go. Okay, so it's only frozen for me. How's it going? Good morning, Miss Ed, or MS Ed, or Smed. Good morning, Bree. How you doing this morning? How are y'all? Good morning, Amelia. You know what? I'm doing good, Lena. I'm doing good. Just getting my little steps in. I was telling Myrna, because she took my class, my market research class last week, that once I really have settled into why my brain works the way it works and why I needed to start doing market research. It's changed how I see everything, how I see advertisements, how I see commercials, how I see products, different reels. And so I hope that it does the same for you, Ms. Myrna, that you really think about looking at your world and your environment from the lens of pain points and what can you do to help solve them. People think I be coming off the top of the dome with ideas, and I do, but it's because I think from that place to begin with. Yeah, Bree. Yeah, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And so I have tons of ideas, but I'm only one person. So I try to share them on Sundays with TRM as much as possible because I can't do it all. But I do see opportunity. It doesn't make me an opportunist, but what it does is it helps me align to my core and understand that it's not all doom and gloom, that there are problems that can have solutions if you're willing to do the work to think through it. Good morning, being inspired. I said expired, excuse me. Being inspired. Good morning. How you doing, Miss Bree? How are you doing? Those of you that I've got a few new faces, so let me give my spiel. Good morning. I'm Martine Brown, and this is Morning Motivations. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I get on this walking pad and walk and talk business strategy, content, mindset, whole lot of mindset, and AI. All right. And my core goal is just to help people be a little better. And it ain't because I got it going on. My kitchen's a mess right now. I done went to sleep and didn't stay on top of my children and their assignments. And so my kitchen's a mess. So it's not that I have it all together, not even close. I'm just one imperfect person trying to be better about making progress in my life and in my business. I'm a wife, I'm a mom. I own Mosaic Creative Designs. I collaborate with Talia and Regina, and we have formed TRM or TRM Learning. I also work with DCT by Coco Twins. And I have a contract and a full-time job. So needless to say, I'm a busy girl. I'm a busy girl in a busy world. I'm a busy girl. But over the course of this year, I've slowly started to cut some things I don't do anymore. Y'all are going to see me make some more cuts because I need to focus, right? And part of that focus is coming. That's why I walk and talk. One of my goals this year was to go live and get this exercise in. And I was like, well, why don't I just put them together? Why don't I go live and talk so that I can commit? This is an atomic habit strategy. Okay, so Atomic Habits. Oh, I can't think of the author's name right now. James Clear. He says you do what you want to do with something you need to do, and you bring them together. So this works. It works for me. We're in month October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Month 8. We're in month 8. And that means I only got 4 months left to make my year mark. And a lot of great things have came out of it. Some of us have lost some inches and some pounds. Some of us have gotten reignited and recommitted to our businesses and our goals. You know, it's been a good experience all the way around. We're not a huge crowd, but we don't have to be. Thanks, Bree. Yeah, Bree, I've been putting in that work. My diet still needs work. I need to drink more water. But in general, I'm proud of my progress. And I'm hoping that people see, because I do this 3 times a week. I was doing it 5 times a week, but I was getting sick and tired. So I'm hoping that I can encourage people to do the same in whatever area of life, because it may not be health and exercise. It might be building your business. It might be building better relations with your spouse or your partner or your children. So good morning, after sales service, whatever it is, I'm just here to encourage you to be a positive voice for 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. All right? All right. Thanks, Miss Samela. Thank you. Yeah, it's been good. The weight's coming off. Of course, in my mind, I'm not making as much progress, but that's why I took the pictures. I was like, let me take these pictures because in my mind, I wasn't making progress. The mind, I think, is the hardest thing to move forward because I'm not where I want to be. I'm not. But just because I'm not where I want to be yet doesn't mean I won't be. Okay? But here's the key, and here's what I need you guys to know. No matter what it is, we've got to attack the problem at its core. Okay? We have to attack the problem at its core. And that leads me to, see how I did that? That leads me to our focus for today. We've been talking about the Kaizen principles. It's a Japanese set of philosophies. Companies like Toyota use them to guide their companies. So I'm a businesswoman, and if they're spending the time and energy to embed these principles into their workforce, then I can embed these principles in my own business, my own company. And I think you can too. Some of my favorites have been no more excuses, being proactive. Monday, we talked about if it works, standardize it. So if you find something in your life or in your business that's working, make a system. It's one of my secrets to success. I didn't know it was a Kaizen principle, but it's what I do. So every time I figure out a process that works, it becomes the standard that I use. I do it over and over and over again. All right. Oh, y'all, I actually got a hunger pain today. Ooh. I actually got a hunger pain. Yeesh. My belly was like, hey, girl, put some food in there. Good morning. Good morning. Glad to have you here this morning. All right. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're ready to fix what's been quietly draining your time, your peace, and your pockets. Ma'am. Okay, well, you need to look for them. Well, wake her up. As you can see, it's summertime. So I'll probably have interruptions all summer, y'all. All right, I see the ones coming in. I see the ones coming in. Facebook and YouTube, say good morning. Drop something in the chat to let me know you're there. Ooh, I got a hunger pain. It hurt. All right. We got to fix the problems at the source. All right. Point blank into the period. We've got to fix the problem at the source. All right. We got to quit patching the same holes in our life instead of replacing the whole pipe. Okay. That's just what it is. All right. The band-aids we're putting on our lives, they just keep us in the same cycle. We keep doing the same thing. And it's not changing anything. I've been seeing this in my own life and in business. A lot of us are doing that. Good morning, Toya. With your juicy baked good self. Good morning, girl. Whew. I've been seeing this in, like, we are so grounded in crap that's not working. It's the weirdest thing. It's like we hold on to what's not working for dear life. Here are a couple truths. I'm gonna give you one. And I'm working on, it's gonna take time to change because it's gonna take more people. So I've got to hire people. But here's one thing. I'm not batching social media content and I'm not posting regularly enough. So my business isn't growing as fast as it could. It's just the truth. I know it's the truth. It's been the truth for a long time. And I need to attack it at the core. if I want things to change. That's mine. What's your truth? Good morning, Tommy. Good morning, Miss Flowers. What is your truth? What is the thing that you know you need to change it? You know you need to attack it at its core. But for whatever reason, you haven't. I know the reasons why I haven't. Some of them are excuses, some of them are not. Some of it is I need to let some projects go because I don't have time. And I'm going to. It's going to take time to slough them off one by one so that I can focus. Right? And I've started to. I don't update my Etsy shop. My Etsy shop is in a holding pattern. I keep it up. I keep it live. I do make a sale or two here and there, but I don't work on it. So I've made some progress, but I have more to go. So I want you to think about it. What are you doing? What are you holding on to? What do you keep band-aiding? Because I've been band-aiding my social media. You see it. I have a class coming up. I post a couple days. It's exhausting for those couple days. It takes hours worth of time. Then once I'm done with the class, my posting slows down. My life account, this account, the Just Martine account, gets no posts. Zero. I post maybe once a month. Miranda, pull that walking pad from under the couch. Get it from out underneath the couch. Miss Bayou Creations. Pull that bad boy. And listen, Miranda, I'm kidding with you. I'm kidding with you, okay? Let me say this. All levels of movement are welcome, including zero. I have plenty of people that aren't walking. They come for the message. Some people don't need to be walking because their doctor done told them that's not what I need you to do. Right? All levels of movement. I just walk so I can get a 2-for-1. I can go live. So I'm posting. This is my one thing I'm getting right now, consistently. And I'm getting the exercise I need because I do need it. All right? Well, come on. Walking the dog counts. Oh, no. Listen, if you have no children in the house, no. No, ma'am. Good morning, Black Girl Designs. Did y'all know that she has a class out where she is teaching people how to fix the jacked up fingers on your coloring pages? Black Girl Designs. I need you to come to Sundays with TRM and talk about your replay. Toya, you too. You just had a series of classes. I need you to come and talk about your replay. Infinite Rocket Power, you too. I need you to come and talk about the services you offer. Side note, because I'm going to get back. So that's mine. That's my truth. And who said that? Toya is right. There's a whole lot of buildup, and then you teach the class, and then I'm exhausted, and then I slow down. So I've got to figure out a way to sometimes Regina said this the other day. Sometimes a little too hard on myself because I forget. I do go live 3 days a week. That counts. Okay. Then on top of going live these 3 times a week, I do Color Me Calm with Talia. So now I'm at 4 times. Then we do Sundays with TRM. That's 5 days a week that I've committed to going live. So I am posting. It's just not where I know I'm going to have to do more to grow more. So I need to also, in addition to tagging the problem, just make sure I'm accurate about what the problem really is. Thank y'all. I needed that moment to talk through that. Because it's not true that I don't post. What is true is that I do need to do more consistent, like reels and carousels. I do need to do more of that. Which is separate from my lives. But am I going to social? I am. Every week. Haven't missed a week on a regular basis. I need to be honest with myself about that. That's actually true. So let me go back and look. Okay, so Bree says she's got to start showing up online more. Okay. And then Mrs. Mella says social media. Okay. Toya said momentum to build up for the class and it goes down after. Yeah, Toya. Lots of momentum, lots of uncertainty. And then after the class, shit, you're tired. I'll be tired. I'm tired. But I got to do better. I have to do better. Otherwise, I won't grow at the pace that I would like to. And none of us will. Okay? Crystal says she needs to stop procrastinating, zoning on my business and social media accounts and go online. Right? So these are problems. Right? So identifying the problem is the first part of this. Okay? That's the first part of it. But then once you discover that first part of it, the next piece of the puzzle is you've got to hone in and attack it. Okay, so questions you can ask yourself. What can you do today? Can you post today? Can you do something tied to your business today? What can you do? Good morning, Sage. What can you do today? This week? No later than Sunday. Can you sign up with Sundays with TRM? Yup. That might need to be your one thing. Right? Because at the end of the day, none of us have gotten into this business. Go put your socks and shoes on, love, and go make sure that bathroom's clean. At the end of the day, okay, we should be creating businesses that are profitable. That's what we should all be doing. Or we need to have the clarity of decision making to say, I enjoy this. I like hanging out with my internet friends. It's fun and it's a hobby. And that's okay. I think getting to the source of the problem is one half doing something about it and one half discovering what the problem actually is. Okay? And truth, I'm just like everybody else. It's going to take me time to get myself out of this cycle of what I'm doing. And it's going to take time to change. Both of those things are true. Oh, thank y'all for the love. I appreciate y'all. It's going to take time. How do I know? All this walking stuff, go put that in your brother's room. Okay, so take it off the hanger and put it in the washing machine. Take the price tags off. All right. And here's what I know. Here's how I know. All this walking and talking stuff. It's taken 8 months to get here. It's taken 8 months for me to acknowledge that the weight has come down. My court issue back in June of last year, my blood pressure was up. Sitting at the table in the afternoon, blood pressure 130 something over 80. Never had blood pressure that high my entire life. Fingers tingling, legs tingling, A1C at the highest. Doctor says if you come back with an A1C at 7 or higher, then you're gonna be diagnosed diabetic. Officially, type 2. I just spent 20 years avoiding these problems with food, exercise, and consistency. I didn't try it and failed, didn't try it and failed, and tried and failed. So last year, I decided to put some things in place to really focus and target this problem. And guess what? The change has not happened overnight. I was telling Linda this a couple months ago. I believe I'm gonna be even smaller. Those of you that were with me when I was bigger, you know that it's taken all this time. You know that I was visually bigger than I am now. I imagine this time next year, I'll be another 20 pounds down. That's 50. Right? So here's what I want y'all to hear in this. To me, that's a long time. 8 months, 10 months, a year. Like, I want things better right now. I want things fixed right now. I want the money in my account right now. If I spend 25 hours on a class, I want the money today. I want to have a class, market the class, and 60 people sign up. I need the income today. I don't want to wait. Do you want to wait? Do you want to wait? No. None of us want to wait. Yes, I'm making progress, Michelle. I'm making progress. Overlay, girl. Overlay. All right. So the truth is, getting to the core of the problem, working towards solving the problem is going to take time. And it's going to take consistency. Not doing it every day, but making little bitty steps towards where you're trying to go. Okay? And this whole walking, talking, going live is my case study. It's my example. Okay? Because eventually, this time next year, there are going to be people that see the even smaller version of me and go, oh, well, it must be so easy for her. Look how quick that happened. And you old heads are going to say, she's been doing this a little bit at a time. I've been evolving a little bit at a time. All right. When I started, let me check. Okay, that's what I thought. When I started this thing on this treadmill, I can only do 2.0, 2.5. Now I'm at 3.0. Time plus consistency plus accepting the fact that I won't be perfect. I have not done this every day. I have not eaten right every day. And for doggone sure, I have not drunk enough water. It ain't going to be perfect. But you still have to attack the problem. Because the Band-Aid you've been putting on your life and your business is costing you a lot of money. So a question for you. A couple of questions. Oh, thanks, Sage. And I tell you things. I tell you what I'm telling you. I'm never bragging. But I need you to hear the whole story. Not just see the end result. Not just say, oh, she walking and I need to walk. I need you to understand that this is a process and this is mentally difficult. It's physically difficult. It's emotionally difficult. And the same is true for your business. It's physically difficult. It's mentally difficult. It's emotionally difficult. And if you accept that truth, then you can start zero in on the challenges and problems you are having and work towards overcoming them. All right? Questions for you. You don't have to put it in chat unless you want to, but I do have some questions. What's one thing in your life or business you've been managing but not healing from? Take some time to think about it. What's the leak you've been ignoring because the drip didn't seem too loud until it's flooded your energy? All right. So what's the leak that you've been ignoring? Because it's okay. It's all right. You've been ignoring it until you realize that your pipes are busted. I gotta tie my shoe, y'all, before I bust my head. I'm gonna give y'all some time to think on that. We all have a thing that we're letting fester. I've got some things personally and professionally that I have not been attacking head on the way I should. And you do too. So today's message and today's challenge is it's time to go in attack mode. Good morning, Charlene. In your business or in your life, it's time to go into attack mode. You've got to address these things that you're putting band-aids on, that you've been ignoring, and tackle them head on. Let me get myself back up. Yeah, Ty nailed it. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, Toya nailed it. Excuse me. We put all our want, we put all our best into those single classes, mastermind weekends, whatever it is. We put all that into it, and then child, we be tired. So I've been challenging myself in this area, Toya, and I've been trying to get projects completed sooner rather than later. I've been trying to live by my checklist and be okay when everything doesn't get done over the course of a day or a week to try to help me get ahead of these feelings. Thinking about it this morning, thinking about this topic, I've got to address the fact that I'm not posting enough like reels and carousels on a regular weekly basis. So that's the next part. How do I build that time in? You know, if I had the money, I would hire people. All right. If I had it, I ain't have it. Here's the question, Miss Patricia. All right. So as we step into attacking the business or anything business or personal head on, here's the question. What's one thing in your life and business you've been managing but not healing from? What's one thing from your business that you've been managing but you really haven't been healing from? For me, literally a year ago this month, I was in a constant cycle of pretending to get my health in order to giving up because I wasn't getting fast enough results. That's mine. That's my personal one. It was a year ago this month. Blood pressure was up. The blood pressure is what scared me the most. My hand, I was sitting at that desk. I was barely getting in a couple hundred steps a day. I was sitting at the desk 10, 12, 14 hours a day. Eating to feel happy and then being sad because I ate. Depressed. Feelings of overwhelm and feelings of, after 20 plus years, because I've been trying to eat right and exercise. I have PCOS. I've got some things I can't change that make it difficult. PCOS is one of them. Family history is another one. The PCOS is the biggest one. PCOS is probably the biggest one. And if you'd have told me a year ago that I'd be still doing this now, or that I would be able, because I'm not enjoying giving myself a shot. Okay, I still spend 5 minutes going, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Those of you who are new, I take Manjaro to help manage my PCOS symptoms and my pre-diabetes. So I take a shot every week. In addition to the exercise, in addition to attempting to eat better, and everything, and try to reach all the goals. All right. So I've been attacking the problem for a year. That's what I need y'all to understand. Okay? I've been literally attacking this problem for a year. Some of the issues that you're having, you will spend the rest of your life attacking. I'm going to say that again so y'all hear what I'm saying. Some of the issues that you're having, all right, you will spend the rest of your days attacking them. The rest of your days. They're never going away. They're not going to stop. So you are going to have to make a choice to say yes to yourself every single day. Smell, I think you're saying your son takes Manjaro as well. Manjaro, let me double back. Manjaro is the GL1P1 medications. It's in the same family as Ozempic, Wegovy, and the others. So I do take that, and it's helped tremendously. But it wasn't. I didn't see progress until I started getting online with y'all. If you want to know the truth. Yeah. Does he like it? Does he like the medication? I like it. It's keeping me in the pre-diabetic range, and I'm hoping that it'll my A1C will go down some more to more of a normal range, and I can just take this medication for as long as I can, because it's helping. But it is not the fix. And if you've been walking around saying, "Oh, people are just taking that to lose weight," baby, for me, it wasn't enough. I lost a little weight when I was just taking the medication and chilling, but I really didn't start to see the weight come down until I started coming online with y'all. I lost 5 pounds 1 month, another 5 pounds another month, but the 6, 7, 8, 10 pound losses, it didn't start happening until I started walking and going live. I had to do more. All right, and here's the message, whether it's fitness, exercise, your business, you can buy all the classes, all the websites, subscribe to everybody and their mama, and it's still going to take more from you for your business to be successful. Okay? Here's the truth. Because I found a partial solution. Okay? Partial solution. It helps with the hormonal side. It helps with my insulin levels. But if I don't get up and move, then I'm only going to have a modicum of success, just a little bit of success. I still have to do more. So good morning, Miss Linda. You still got to do more in your business. You can purchase whatever you want to purchase. It makes no difference if you're not going to do a little more, if you're not going to change a little more on the inside. So you got to attack these problems head on. And you have to fully accept that by attacking these problems head on, that it's going to take time, possibly the rest of your life. You will be in a constant cycle of working on the problems. But not putting a Band-Aid, because that is different. All right? Yeah, Miss Miller, I like it. It's, to me, with the lifetime of PCOS ladies, they know. Especially PCOSers that weight gain and the insulin sensitivity is an issue. Most of us that have that issue will eventually be type 2. Will eventually have a higher risk of stroke, diabetes. We'll eventually have diabetes, really. That's the big one. PCOS women who suffer with insulin sensitivity or insulin resistance. And so I spent 20 years trying to fight this thing. And full disclosure, I have a full-scale approach. I go see my doctor. I go see my therapist. I go see my dietitian. Okay? So my other side of this is, yes, you may need help from multiple sources, and that's okay. But that change, that the key is going to be how you're going to change yourself, how you're going to move each day, and the decisions that you make. That is the real change. The rest of the stuff is just stuff you bought. Yes, Sage is correct. It works for the diabetes. It has done wonders for my A1C. It sounds like it's done. It's gotten Mr. Miller's son. His readings are better, so it works. But the weight part, it moved a little. But until I got the moving, until I made a change, that's when I was like, well, shoot, my clothes too big. My shirts are getting too big. Because I was in a 3X. When we started this, I was in a 3X. Now I'm back down to a 1X. Well, a 3X because I'm just the kind of woman, I don't like a fitted shirt. I like a feminine cut, but I don't like a tight shirt. So I was wearing a 3X when I started in June. And so now I'm back down to the 1X. 1X in real women's clothes, not 1X in juniors. Y'all know that'd be something different. All right. So that's what I need you guys to know. And that's the challenge for not just today, but every day. You've got to take these challenges that you mentioned and you got to attack them. Okay? You've got to attack them. Head on. Good morning, Kismet. Glad to have you. Talia went earlier last night with Color Me Calm, but we missed you, girl. She did an hour earlier. We were talking about it. It was like she's probably still at work. So I'm glad to see you this morning. All right? That's the challenge. That's what I want you to go out and do this week. Whatever the challenge is, the problem, you need to explore the source of that problem, why it's there. You need to be thinking through and planning what you're going to do to try to solve that problem. And then I need you to be fully open and aware that it may take the entire year, a couple years, to be fully healed from that problem. You may have to monitor it the rest of your life. You may have to make constant adjustments the rest of your life. But I promise you, if you make the choice to change and use whatever the resources around you to participate in that change, things will get better for you. If it's fitness and exercise, you're going to lose the weight that you're wanting to lose. If it's in your business, you're going to see sales in your business. Your business will scale. You will be able to hire people. You will make the additional income that you're attempting to make. It will happen, but you have to change. Yeah, we're sorry. We're sorry, kids, man. We're sorry. She took a class, and so she wanted to make sure she was invested in her learning, and so she bumped it up. All right, that's my piece for today. So let's talk. TRM, that stands for Talia, Regina, and Martine. We're just three ladies that get along really well, and we teach classes by ourselves, but we offer those 3 classes to you for one low rate. All right. This month, I taught market research. If you missed market research, the replay is now available. And if you keep creating products without having a systematic plan to ensuring that people actually want the product, you're doing yourself a disservice. Grab the class and let's get out of that. All right. Just because everybody's making wall art don't need to mean that you need to make it. Just because you love AI art doesn't mean that's what's going to pay your bills in your business. It might be something else. pause on that. Today, Patreon members, we have co-working today. Patreon members, co-working is today. Y'all need to be in there. Y'all paying for that. Show up. Show up for yourself. All right? Co-working, I'm leading co-working tonight. Okay? Generally, what we so Talia, Regina, myself, we are as different as they come. Okay? So Regina runs hers one way, I run mine one way, Talia runs hers another way. Okay? But during my co-working, I usually say, hey, 20 minutes, we're going to spend 20 minutes, at least 20 to 30 minutes in silence working. Because I believe that so many of us get busy with our day that we're not adequately taking enough time to hone in and focus on our business. And so when I do co-working, at least 20 to 30 minutes, I'm going to say, hey, this is your time to really lean in. The other half of co-working, I take your questions, and if my teammates are available, they'll be there. We don't always show up to each other's co-working because that's the whole point of TRM, so we can share the load. But if they're there, they will take questions as well. Okay? It's an opportunity to ask all those little nuanced questions that you haven't had an opportunity to ask. Okay? All right. Let me slow it down. So, tomorrow, Regina's going to be teaching her class on Omni, the Omni feature in Midjourney. If you're someone that has been trying to figure out what's up, can you get your snacks, please, in a water bottle? Pack them up. Tomorrow, she's going to be teaching the Omni class. The Omni class will allow you to take a character, make that character do all kind of movements and shapes and poses and facial expressions. And it will also allow you to put that same character in the same art style in different environments. All right, on an island, on a beach, in a bookstore. Those of you who have spent your entire Midjourney journey wanting to have consistent characters, wanting to create stories, you need to take Regina's class. Okay? And here's a good thing about the three of us. You can buy these classes individually. So maybe you don't, maybe your budget will only allow you to take one class. Pick the one you need the most and take that one. All right? Or join the Patreon and you get all three of our classes for like $20. Because by the time you have 3 classes, 3 co-working, all the art, GPTs, I just added a Canva app. So by the time you bring all that stuff in, the class, you're paying like $20, $25 a class when you consider everything. All right? But hey, look at your budget, pick what you want. All right? So I have co-working today. Regina has her Omni class tomorrow. Anybody who's been wanting to do storybooks and they want the same character, they want to move that character along many different scenes in the book, they need to be in her class. And then Saturday, Talia has her Recover class. Talia has her Recover class. All right, so we're recovering journals in that class. So all my crafty babes, all them folks, you want to go in there and learn. She's going to show you several techniques on how to recover. A lot of y'all got closets full of them 50-cent composition notebooks that you've been stocking up on for the last 5 years. Let's add some personality to it. All right? Samela, you got the chance to play with the Canva app? You like the Canva app? Let me tell you about the Canva app real quick. Okay, the Canva app. I built a Canva app. I've been learning from the DCT community with Misha and Ty. And so I've got my Canva app writing skills down. Oh, Myrna, you like it too? You like the Canva app? Oh, that's great feedback. Thank you. Kismay, you like, y'all put, nobody ever says anything, so I never know if anyone plays with it. Yay! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let me tell you about this Canva app. Okay? That's all right, Sage. Mine will almost always be in conflict, but Talia and Regina have their co-working on different days, okay? The Canva app. Here's what I did with this Canva app, okay? With the Canva app, I pulled 3 on-demand trends. I have made up in my mind that when I make something for the Patreon community, it's going to be based on a real demand. There are 3 summer trends that are really popping right now, okay? And so what I did is I took those trends and created a prompt generator based on those summer trends, okay? Why? So that my community can stay nimble and quickly get the images they want. It will give them a high quality mid-journey prompt that they can use to make products and services, okay? But that's what's cool about it. It's based on summer trends. Well, that's what I think is cool about it. I went and found those trends, and the things are selling like hotcakes other places. And so I made a prompt generator from that. All right. And a lot of people don't know, our team talks about the classes the most, but you can get access to our GPTs and our art for $17 a month. Okay. Right now, we cheaper than Netflix, baby. When it comes to art and GPTs, we cheaper than Netflix. You spend them on Netflix. All right. Our co-working tier, and that includes our GPT's art and the co-working sessions, that's $37 a month. All right. So about the cost of a Netflix account, and if you added somebody to your profile, because they made it real strict. All right. But it includes all the art, the GPTs, and now Canva apps. Because I just pushed out my first Canva app. And then the last tier, which is tier 3, you get everything. Every class that we offer that's TRM approved. So the 3 classes you see, that's over 10 hours worth of content. All the co-working, so you can come in, ask questions, get help. All the art, GPTs, and Canva apps. Prompt guides. Oh, I forgot. I included art and a prompt guide in my Canva app for this one. Good morning, Rosie, certified AI consultant. Love to see it, girl. Good morning. Good morning. I love when people get where they're going, man. It's beautiful to see. All right. So that's what's going on in TRM Learning. Purchase what you can purchase. It's my hope and prayer that whatever you decide to do, that it solves this pain point that you're having in your life. All right. So whatever you decide to step in, my products and services or the TRM community, is my prayer, whether it's a single class, tier 1, 2, or 3. I hope that we can be a part of you getting out of your own way and you making more decisions about how you're going to change so that your business moves forward. That is the absolute point of all of this. All right. Whether I teach Sunday with DCT. I'm doing Mindset Sunday. And one of the questions I'm going to be asking that space is, what's one word that you can use to drive your business? That's a question I'm going to be asking you in a little preview. I'm going to tell you what my word is. My word is growth. That's my word. I want everybody who touches my business to be better than when they came in. I want people to grow. If they buy a camera frame for me, I want that camera frame to turn into digital products that they can sell. I want them to make more money with my camera frame than it took for them to buy my camera frame. I want that. Over and over and over again. Growth is my word. Every time I look at my business, I'm looking for how I'm going to grow the people that have given me money, that have invested in me, and invested in the product I have to offer. All right? So if you need to grow for real, okay? If you need to change for real, join TRM Learning. Because the cool thing about that is you get it times 3. Regina is different from Talia. Talia is different from me. So you get 3. It's almost like getting a 3-coach concierge kind of thing. That's kind of what it's like. All right. Oh, Miss Patricia, head on over. Go grab it, child. The links are in the profiles or pinned to the top of the post. They're in the profiles or they're pinned to the top of the post. Y'all gonna get what you need. And if today is not your season, then when it's your right season, we'll be there. All right. Sage, I know you've got your show on Wednesdays. Keep an eye out. One of us usually does a Thursday here and there, so keep an eye out. All right. Miss Patricia, if you want the Canva app that's based on summer trends, what's trending this summer, head on over to the Patreon and get yours. Y'all can go buy it as a single item too. I need to say that. You can go get just that single Canva app. You don't have to be a part of the Patreon. Any of our tools, with the exception for all right, with the exception of our art bundle, you can get any of our GPTs, any of our Canva apps. You can just go buy just that one thing. You got everything, love? Mm-hmm. All right. Let me come over here. All right, Facebook and YouTube, you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you Wednesday. Remember, we're taking some time to really look at the things that we've been putting a Band-Aid on, and we're going to attack them. All right. And once we find what works, we got to standardize those systems. That's what we talked about Monday. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all Wednesday, Facebook and YouTube.